Taurus, welcome to your general overview. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Before we get started today, I wanted to take a moment to point out your Game of Thrones inspired t-shirt that I made for all the collectives, yours being House Taurus. For all that is mine, tread carefully. Hopefully I captured that Taurian spirit. I think I did. And if you're interested in this, as well as many other t-shirts, they should all be actually scrolling now under the video. Yay! It took forever to get that second online store open and running under YouTube. However, if you don't see it, that's fine. How the stores rotate under the videos may or may not apply to your device or operating system. Doesn't matter. The links to my online store will be pinned for you in the comments. You guys, thank you so much for your support. All donations as well as purchases go directly back into the channel. They support me, what I do, and they help keep ads low. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get into it. Show me what I need to see, please. So happy, relieved to get into the general overviews, let me tell you. The general overviews are not love focused. Love will come up and I might see energy outside of you, but it really is meant to be an internal focus thing. What's going on with you specifically in your inner world and your outer world. And yeah, like I said, sometimes I will see people surrounding you, but it's really meant to be a reflection of you and where you're currently at. And frankly, honey, it's a break. It's a break, or it can be a break from the general love stuff. Let me tell you. What is going on, please, for that Taurian energy? What is going on? We're going to start with the Unbreakable Inner Peace Oracle card. What's going on, please, for Taurus? Show me my bull gang. What's going on for Taurus, please? Words of wisdom, inspiration, thoughts, ideas. Number 39. You are the true seeker, awakening, actualizing, transcending. How can you invite more grace to guide you? You know, I think I had a talk with you in one of your recent general messages. Goodness knows my memory of things I've said. You know, sometimes stuff sticks. Let's put it that way. I remember saying, you know, honey, it's time for a clean out. There's so many things that you want to see for you, that you want to experience for you. But it's hard to engage in those things. And it's hard to invest in those things and to initiate, etc. When there's so many things that weigh you down that you don't necessarily need to tie yourself to. Okay. The thing is, does it give back to you? And if it doesn't, it's time to let it go. It's time to transcend. That way you can make space for other things that actually are right for you. They give to you, they don't take away from you, and they actually feed you your spirit. And that's the idea here. You're awakening to that particular truth, that if you want to ascend, you got to lighten up that energy. There's some things that you can let go. You don't need to carry everything with you. You being fixed earth, I know you feel inherently it's your obligation to hold on to everything. That's actually not true. It's one of the biggest challenges that you have to learn is when to let things go. That way you can move on. Feeling light, feeling graceful. How are you being led and guided? How is it that you might transcend and go higher? How do you lighten yourself? How do you lighten your energy? By the way, 39 for some of you might be an important number, which reduces to 12. Hanged Man energy, which goes back further to 3, so that's Empress energy. For some of you, the spring, there might be some very strong awakening energy for you. All right, show me what I need to see, please, for the Taurian collective. Show me. What's going on, please, for Taurus? What is going on, please, for Taurus? What's going on? Show me Taurus, show me Taurus, show me Taurus, show me Taurus. What's going on? Let's do one more. Show me that Taurian energy, please. Show me Taurus. Okay. Take it resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies if I see outside energy. Okay, 5 of Cups, 3 Cups, 8 of Cups, you know, honey. There's something in your space, in your heart that you wanted to bring together. There wasn't room for it. It caused you pain. I don't know that you were necessarily emotionally available towards it either. Okay. 5 of Cups, 3 Cups, 8 of Cups. We wanted to get out of this ickiness, and that's a lot of ickiness inside. You wanted to get out of it. You wanted to find reasons to celebrate and open up your energy positively once more, and I do believe you tried to generate that activity. But it's not taking. What you were trying to achieve emotionally in the recent past wasn't taking, and that's because there's not, you don't have the space in there. 8 of Cups, you're telling me, you know what? Christina, I'd like to feel better. I'd like to go out there and connect and reconnect, and I would like to socially engage, and I would like to emotionally engage, but I still hurt. And so you tried to generate some activity, but it was a non-starter. Okay, let's keep going. Show me. Let's fast forward. Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Magician, some sort of relationship energy here. Queen of Swords, you might have some very strong air in your chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, not the point. But you're telling me, you know what? Redirect focus. Redirect focus. I'm going to redirect that focus. You're telling me. I got a plan and I'm sticking to it. So that King, Queen of Swords are all about that plan. Get a strategy in place. Okay? This is what I'm determined to do based on this logic of reasoning. This is what I have concluded thus. I've weighed up the pros and cons. I know what I'm doing now. I'm back on track. We'll see. You don't seem to be consulting your heart. But you do say, I know what I'm pulling in, and I'm pulling in stability. I'm pulling in relationship. Now, for some of you, this is an actual relationship that's already taking place, okay? And it could come out in many different forms, whatever that is to you. Relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, dating exclusively to full-on commitment. The point is that with the Magician here, you're like, I'm going to pull that Magician out of my pocket. I've made that decision, and I've made a determination to stabilize my relationship energy. The future orientation, 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 3 of Wands, that's a lot of conflict, honey. That's a lot of conflict. A lot. That's a lot of fighting within you. Also, at that point, I have to say and ascribe that it's also outside of you. What is being generated within is coming out. Okay. Because it all starts with the self. And I want you to know that. Everything begins with the self. All right? If you feel positive, it's going to radiate outside of you. If you are sad from the inside, but you're trying not to show it, it's still going to come out in other ways. And there's a great deal of frustration in your future. After you showed me such a strong will and determination, I know what's up. Okay? I'm going to stabilize my relationship. I'm going to stabilize my household. And that's what I'm summoning forth, and I'm sticking to it. And that sticking to it process is not helping you. For some reason, it's like your heart is back here, somewhere in the past, where you are deeply affected. And you feel some level of emotional abandonment and sadness, and I'm not actually available anyway, fuck it. Right? And so you're kind of like hijacking your brain and saying, you know, forget the feelings, Christina. Just make the determination to have a happy relationship. The feelings will come along with it. It's not working. I'm seeing you more frustrated in future, not less. Let's break it down. Let's see what's going on. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please. Now, I know my Taurian collective is much better about this than, say, well, I'm not going to say who. We can't do that. I know you're much more better about the realities than other collectives. However, if you are that Taurus that was tuning in and you wanted to see just the good stuff, Real Teller is for life. And I will see positive points. I do. I see those positive points within you. But your opening is a surrounded emotional murkiness. Your future orientation is frustration. Okay? And fragmentation. And somewhere in the middle, you're like, I'm going to pull through this. I got this. I will see the bright spots, honey. But there's a lot of realness in this one, too. So, if this comes into conflict with what it is that you wanted to hear today, I don't want you to watch it, because then you won't take anything from it. That's it. And that's true for all tarot. Show me this past, please. Show me this 5 of Cups. Show me this 5 of Cups. Emotional loss, emotional abandonment, sadness, hurt, regret, loss. Show me this 5 of Cups, please. Show me this 5 of Cups. Show me this 5 of Cups. Show me this 5 of Cups. Show me this 5 of Cups, please. Show me this 5 of Cups, please. The Lovers. 7 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, strong connection here. Spiritually, emotionally. It was a very strong driving force. Powerful. We didn't really want to acknowledge it for what it was. Ace of Swords. This is an undisputable truth. The 7 of Swords. I'm trying to get away from it. I don't want to acknowledge it. These are the things we kind of tell ourselves. The 7 of Swords is our internal fear system of the unknown. So we lie to ourselves about a situation or feelings. Okay? If I kind of ignore this connection, if I don't really see it for what it is, I can't be hurt by it. Obviously that doesn't work. The thinking here, I kind of see your thinking. It still ended up the same way, didn't it, honey? That which we try to avoid the most is often what we'll meet in this life. There is a strong connection that you were once energetically attached to spiritually. After that, I could not say. But you didn't want to acknowledge the truth of it. You actively sidestepped the truth of this. How strong it was, specifically. And in turn, did the very thing that you said it couldn't do. It hurt you. It's kind of like if I ignore that strong connection, don't give it too much thought, it can't hurt me, right? It can't hurt me. No. I'm a big Taurus. It can't hurt me. Sidestep it, right? We don't want to look at that truth. Ace of Swords. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to look at it. But it caused pain anyway. This is all happening on the inside. I'm seeing your thoughts reflect upon it. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups. Cross watchers, do be careful with your comments. You are welcome, but do be careful. Everyone's experience is their experience. The same realness I'm seeing for Taurus, eventually I'm going to see it for your sign too. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that connectivity, reconnectivity. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Oh, honey, you know, God dang it. Oh, I gotta take, well, I'll be getting that taken care of. Hold on. High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles. There is something here that we moved away from. We kind of resigned to it. You know what? I'm out. Six of Swords, but it's a calm thing. There's something here you gave up on. The connectivity. Trying to bring something together because you intuitively felt that you needed to focus on you. That you needed to take care of you. Okay. There's something here we left behind with the Six of Swords. All right. The Three of Cups. There was some sort of connectivity here. Could be with this person. That we left behind. We resigned ourselves to, gave up on, or simply calmly moved on from it. Six of Swords is calm waters, or it's supposed to be. That's the hope, that's the idea. And through moving on through calm waters, a kind of sigh of resignation, this is how it has to be. We felt intuitively this was our time, this was our opportunity to focus on thyself. And I agree. I do agree. All right, this caused disruption. It caused pain. And the idea is if I just move away from it, I can get back to taking care of me. That's what matters, that's the focus. Okay? Show me the Eight of Cups, but still finding ourselves in a space of being emotionally absent. Okay. Show me the Eight of Cups, please. And emotionally unavailable, whatever it is you want to call it. Show me the Eight of Cups, please. 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 I was ready to say that shoulder's getting worse, so thankfully I've got some upcoming surgery to correct this. For those of you who've heard the clicks over the years, and me trying to rotate. Yeah, I'm finally getting that fixed. It's a minor procedure. I'm not worried about it. But it is coming up, thank goodness. Justice, Six of Cups, Ace of Wands. You know, hey, I can't make this up if I tried, honey. I could not do it. I couldn't do it if I tried. You've told me you've walked away from this. You're resigned to it. It is what it is. This connectivity, which we very much felt, but didn't want to acknowledge. That's what caused the pain ultimately. It caused some level of rejection, both what's inside you and then also in your real world. You're showing me gently parting ways from it. I need to focus on me anyway. Okay, life isn't about that. Life isn't about this situation. And and you're doing all this, by the way, I have to point out to you on an unconscious level. You don't know that you're doing it. You don't know that you rejected a strong connection. The point is that you didn't want to think about it to begin with. That's the benefit of denial of our thoughts is, you know, I just don't want to think about it or I don't have to, right? And then I can't set myself up for failure if I don't give it any credibility in terms of my thoughts or feelings. It can't hurt me. And it's not that you're doing it consciously. This is an unconscious decision. Your mind was very much at play here. But the very thing that said you couldn't be bothered with, it couldn't possibly affect you if you just ignore it, is what actually ended up hurting you the most. And that's because what our mind dictates has no real say or jurisdiction in the heart. Those are two different things. Your heart felt things whether your mind approved of it or not. Your heart felt things whether or not your mind wanted to acknowledge this connection. And that's the difference between the unconscious and experience. You experience real pain, but your mind refuses to acknowledge it. Okay, that old thing. And it is an old thing. For you, that's an old thing. And I hate saying it for you. But it does happen. And you're telling me repeatedly, I resign anyway. It can't affect me. I wasn't emotionally available to this anyway, Christina. There's no point in thinking about it. Correct. You were not emotionally available to this person. That doesn't mean that you didn't get hurt. I don't know if you know this. 8 of Cups, emotional availability. 5 of Cups, pain, emotional abandonment, regret, loss. Choices not made. Missed opportunities. You can subtract that 5 from an 8. You still got hurt, is my point. And I'm telling you that now as a preface. That way you don't feel insulted. The simple truth is that your soul's still connected to this person. And that you're energetically speaking, you would like to reconnect with this person and balance with them and make things right. Even though you have said, I'm walking away. Calmer waters, focus on me. There is a part of you that very much desires to balance things with this person. Renewal energy with the love of the past, 6 of Cups, justice. It can be balanced. You're telling me it can be balanced. It can be balanced. It can have correct energy. But I've left it behind. So this is what you've kind of resigned yourself to in the real world. This is what your feelings actually dictate. The bigger part of you that knows the truth. You would like to balance things with this person of the past, 6 of Cups. Soul bond energy, or you've just known them a very long time. I don't know if you will. I got you looking at some sort of relationship energy here. 4 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Magician. But you're telling me over here, but I know what I want. I see your feelings over here. And now I think I'm about to step further into your mind. Show me this 4 of Wands, please. Are we still? Yes. Show me that 4 of Wands, please. Show me that 4 of Wands. Show me that 4 of Wands. Show me that 4 of Wands, please. Show me that 4 of Wands. Show me that 4 of Wands. And this is all happening mostly at the energetic level. I just know that this energy you feel is available to you. Okay. I just know that it's available to you. But right now you're saying, no, I've moved on. Okay. What you will actually do with it in the real world, I could not say. I am seeing some sort of real world connectivity here. Let's take a look at this. Show me that 4 of Wands, please. 9 of Wands, the exhaustion. I don't quite know what it is that you've chosen. I just know that you have 100% put your focus onto it and says, this is where I need to be logically. Kind of F my feelings. Nothing but trouble there. So let's focus on what we can control. And you are showing me some sort of control value. Knight of Swords, yeah, 5 of Cups, it hurts. You're still hurt, honey. The pain has remained. And whatever it is that you have chosen currently to focus on in terms of relationship energy, it has not eased the pain. In fact, it seems to substantiate it. Okay. It keeps pointing out to you what it is that you're fighting for. 9 of Wands, you are fighting for some sort of relationship where you take a great deal of action towards it. There's that... You're showing me swiftness, no hesitation. You have really thrown 100% of your efforts into a relationship that you seem to know exists, but also exhausts you simultaneously. But you're like, no, this is where it's at, this is where it's at, this is where it's at. You're showing me high levels of exhaustion and taking swift action towards it to a sense of security and control within it. Okay, it gives you purpose, it does. Energetically speaking, I typically don't see you move that fast. It's not an insult, but it's kind of like I can throw everything into this. Everything in the kitchen sink, Christina. I can throw everything of myself into this, and then boom, it's like you're trying to bury yourself in this relationship, and you want it to look a certain way, you want it to feel a certain way. There's some control things in here, repetition of behaviors, the Nine of Wands, aggression, tiredness, exhaustion. Knight of Swords, knee-jerk reaction, right? But all it seems to do is amplify the fact that you are still in mourning. It's just how, again, you opened up. So that's a lot of action. It's also a lot of exhaustion. But you're like, no, this is what I've chosen. Show me that Queen of Swords. I need to see your thinking. Show me the Queen of Swords, please. Show me the Queen of Swords. Show me. It's interesting, you had a certain level of knowledge here about this person, but you rejected the knowledge. This one you're saying I do know about and actively choose it. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Show me that Queen of Swords. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Two of Wands. Okay. You've chosen to keep your energy in an arena that physically preoccupies you. I'm trying to think of a way to say that, to not minimize your efforts. You are showing me a great deal of effort towards something that you say you have consciously and willfully chosen, even though it exhausts you to the point of breaking. You have a knee-jerk reaction when it comes to this person that you say, this is it. I chose this one. I'm sticking to it. Okay. The only emotional value you're showing me is that there is love, but it often feels distant from you in this relationship, even while you actively participate in it. It gives you a great deal of strain, a great deal of burden. It seems to keep you, whatever this relationship is, it keeps you occupied but not necessarily happy. It keeps you occupied, I see that. And I think you want to be occupied. And if you're occupied, you don't have to think about that. Because I see the pain hovering around you still. A missed opportunity in love, I believe. But again, unconsciously, I believe you didn't choose it. The Lovers is a choice. They must always be. Originally in Tarot, the Lovers was called the choice. Did you know that? It is the ultimate choice. It requires not just choosing it once, but to keep choosing it and to improve yourself for that person. And they in turn are supposed to improve themselves for you too. The ultimate soul guide in this life. Someone who understands you where it counts. Okay. And you mirror each other's pros, you mirror each other's cons, you mirror each other's beauty, you mirror each other's strengths, but you also mirror each other's fears. So there's a very good chance that if one or two people don't do their work, it's most likely to not be chosen or rejected, or in this case, unconsciously sidestepped. Like, that's not a choice. That's not a choice. I'm not looking at it like that. That's no. But you did it unconsciously, I believe. The result ended up the same. I'm moving away from this particular connectivity. I got to focus on me. The energy resides with you still that you would like to balance with this person. Perhaps that's a hope in you that's way back there in your energy that says maybe one day. Today's not that day. Then I have you, excuse me, I have you fast forwarding saying, this is my focus now. And it causes you exhaustion, honey. I don't know what it's feeding you. I know that there's some love here with the Two of Cups, but you're always waiting for it to appear. It's kind of like if I keep myself busy in this relationship, if I give maximum effort to it, through all my efforts, they might reward me with love from time to time. That's not healthy. I have to point that out. That's not healthy. You're showing me some extremely strenuous energy. If I just keep throwing myself in it, maybe every now and again they'll turn around and throw some love on me. If I act swift enough, if I carry enough burden, if I carry enough strain, if I take enough action. I don't know what this is, but you're telling me you chose it and that you want to continue to choose it, even though it doesn't seem to be terribly emotionally fair, but it does keep you occupied. Show me that Magician, please. Let me know if you're connecting to Sag. Don't have to be. Temperance for some of you in the general sense. You hope things will work out in time for some of you. Show me the Magician, please. Show me the Magician. Show me the Magician. Oh, dear. It's that time of year again. Excuse me. Show me. We had bouts of rain here in Austin, and then, of course, it warmed up a little bit, which brings all the pollen out. Yay. Show me the Magician, please. Show me the Magician. Page of Cups. Five of Pentacles, the Star. Okay. What you don't know. A part of you, no matter how small, and I'm seeing it more on this downline, no matter how small, and it is small, it's tentative, but it's the first time I've seen a reflection of feeling in you that you actually want. It's not related to this. A part of you, no matter how small, wishes to open up and mend the break. Five of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. No matter how small, and you would desire it, how it expresses itself in the real world, and if you allow it to. All I can do is read your energy, honey. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Energetically speaking, a small part of you would like to open up and desires to heal the break. Just a little bit, you know. Whether or not you will, I could not say. Just please be aware of your Magician energy, okay? Especially if you have the habit of rejecting things, but not quite rejecting things, pulling things in, the universe presents them to you, and you're like, I didn't want that, I didn't ask for that, it's too complicated, it's too weird, and it's too strong. Get it the hell away from me. You know, that's why we have to be very conscious rather than unconscious about our manifestations. Because the universe is going to deliver them, and then we set ourselves up for rejection if we're not prepared to accept what the universe is trying to hand us. So you are, at some level, trying to manifest a little bit of heart space to mending a break from that which you desire the most, the Star. Whatever that is to you. It's deeply personal, but it represents our greatest wish. Okay? What you will do with it, I could not say, but it's like your heart's trying to warm up to it. Whether or not you allow yourself, I do not know. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, I'm seeing the exhaustion and frustration here. I don't like that Five of Wands. That's a lot of kickback energy. I hope that you are not arguing, but it's bare minimum representation of tension. Show me that Five of Wands, please. I do apologize. Show me. Trust me, I don't like it either. But if I stopped now and did a great big, you know, hack it out, it would not be pretty. No. It would not be pretty. So, show me that Five of Wands. Show me that Five of Wands, please. King of Swords. Strong will that you have. I know that. I know you have a strong will. I know you have a strong mind, but honey, that strong mind, it doesn't dictate shit when it comes to your heart. Your heart and your mind are speaking two different languages. Your mind is no fucking joke. It's stubborn as the day is long. I have a singular thought. I'm sticking to it. I don't know if you know this about your precious heart, honey. It's just as strong as your bullheaded self. it beats just as loudly. You just don't give it as much attention. The Taurus I'm looking at, you're not used to giving your heart attention. Ace of Cups, but you would like to. You would like to. As I said that, how very auspicious. How very apropos. How very auspicious. The more Five of Wands, the more tension. I'm going to take a look at that Nine of Wands too. But the more tension you experience in whatever this is, that you give a full blast of your energy to, and it exhausts you, honey. I see it. I see your efforts. I see the best of you. I do. But you're not happy. Whatever it is that you're giving your best to, you're happy to turn around and for them to splash a little bit of love on you. It's like, all this frustration and energetic output was worth it for that one moment. And the more you fight, the Five of Wands, you don't have to necessarily be fighting with whatever this is, but the stronger the frustration is in your relationship energy, guess what happens? The more you start to want love, which is not a coincidence. You want to start choosing. It's kind of like you want that, told you, that division of brain and your heart, which are just both equally strong and equally stubborn. It's almost like now your brain's looking at your heart saying, I would actually like to exist more in this. The more I fight in this, the more I show this energy and effort to the max, again, I will point out, the more you seem to realize, literally, undisputed knowledge, what's missing. As you continue to fight for something that gives you, it seems, very little. That's a lot of frustration. That's a lot of anger. That's a lot of repetitive behavior patterns. So the more you contribute negatively, and by that I mean you give an F-ton of your time, energy, and efforts, and you get so little back for it, the more you experience that frustration, that energetic gap, guess what your mind starts turning to? That very thing you said isn't there, or it doesn't matter. What matters is that I focus on your relationship. To what cause? For love? Or for the sake of keeping something secure that you feel that you have a lot of control or say in? Love doesn't control. You can't. You can't control love. You can try to avoid it, sidestep it. Show me. Real love, true love is wild and free. In other words, you can choose love, but there's a good chance you'll feel it before you choose it, you know? And that feeling bit is natural, it's innate. You can't force it. You can't make it be there. It just shows up whether you like it or not. And something did show up for you whether you liked it or not. And it was a strong something too. Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Excuse me. Again, the more I see you contribute the best of your energy and you get so little returns on it, the more I see you understand that you are unhappy. That whole, well, this is what we're choosing and sticking to it and throwing the best of my energy into it, you realize that was a trap. You realize that's a trap now. You're taking a look around at this and you realize how fucking exhausted you are, how physically spent you are, how little you get return from it, and you're kind of like, I stand up for this. And the more you get into that space of disparity, anger and frustration, that I put the best of my years, time, energy, effort into you. I'm here running around like crazy trying to secure us. It's a control thing. Part of the reason why you chose this is because you understood you can control it to some extent. But that's no guarantee, right? That just because we can control something, that we'll be emotionally secure. You're not emotionally secure with this person. Your emotions do not feel safe with this person because there's so little is being given back to you. And when you realize that, honey, when it hits you, it's going to hit you hard. About how unhappy you've been, despite your overwhelming effort. So it goes to show you, when we allow our mind to hijack us and make decisions for us about relationships, people, places, things, circumstances versus what we feel, we get the proof of it every day. And the Taurus I'm looking at, you got the proof of it every fucking day. The best of you is spent trying to secure something that doesn't want to be secured. It's not stable. 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands twice, 10 of Wands. This is not stable. And it doesn't make you feel emotionally supported. On the contrary, it drains you like a fucking battery that has no recharge option. That's why I'm concerned. Three of Wands, looking out on the horizon. For some of you, hope of an offer. I don't know. Show me that 3 of Wands, please. Show me that 3 of Wands, please. Show me that 3 of Wands. But again, I will point out to you, it's a lesson, honey. Your lesson's right here. That Queen of Swords wasn't trying to learn back here when she made the decision to focus 100% on this relationship. She wasn't making a decision that was entirely credible. This King of Swords, however, is making a decision, or is trying to, with some credibility. Maybe my heart should be into play with this. Do I feel... This is literally that question. This is what's going on in my relationship. This is what I should be feeling, right? Loved, respected, honored, cared for. Do I feel that way? 9 of Cups, personal question. Do I feel that way? Does my heart feel full for this? Does it feel open for this? Is this what love is? Always feeling like you have to secure your place with someone? That's not love. That's what it is. I'm constantly having to secure. I put all this effort into it. I don't feel emotionally secure or supported. Exactly. And it's hitting you hard in the future. I just want you to know, and this is why I'm happy for you, is that I'm happy to see that there. Because now you're looking at it. Where are my feelings in this? Am I acting from the fullest heart, my best intentions? Am I getting back the best of theirs? I can tell you the answer to that already. I don't mean this to be yours and theirs. I did tell you if I saw external, and there's a lot of external energy here, I was going to tell you. Show me that 3 of Wands, please. Show me that 3 of Wands. Show me that 3 of Wands, please. Hold on. Everything went upside down. I was supposed to see it that way. People ask me all the time, how come I don't read reversals? Well, that's because I use multiple decks. So typically the point is made at some point. And when I read in reversals, I find that it usually confuses people more than it helps. So that's why I'd rather just use a bunch of tarot decks. Seven of Pentacles, 8 of Swords in reverse. If that's true, that's good. If that's true, that's very good. Coming out of a state of non-activity and coming out of a state of willful blindness. 8 of Swords will always be willful blindness. We act like we cannot see. And then it backs up our 7 of Swords. It backs up our 5 of Swords, that kind of thing. If I can't see it, then it can't be true. If I can't see it, I have no options. If I can't see it, then I have no recourse. If I can't see it, then I don't have any decisions. I don't have a responsibility. It's an impossible situation. Don't look at it. 8 of Swords is willful blindness in the reverse, coming out of willful blindness. 7 of Pentacles, no growth, no stagnation, and accepting that. An understanding that there is a no-growth situation, one that you have been blind to for a very long time, and now you're looking outwards on the horizon and you're asking yourself if this is acceptable. Because once you know something, you can't unknow it. If you allowed yourself to know this situation for what it was, you would have had a different kind of interaction with it. Whereas this one, you're telling me that time of period of stagnation, I need to come out of that, where there's no growth, there's no development. Eight of Swords, willful blindness, I kind of want to come out of both of these. There's the reason my deck, I started shuffling it upside down. I was supposed to see that. You're trying to look at some very difficult concepts. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. And if that's true, bravo. The waiting, that feeling, oh, things will get improve or feel better even though you had no proof of it. We're coming out of that. Eight of Cups, Five of Swords, the Moon. Wow. We're looking at it. We're looking at our secrets specifically. Emotional unavailability, where we're being deceptive with ourselves. Under the moon, the things that you didn't want to look at before, you want to look at now. The things that you kept hidden about your emotional availability, was that correct? Did I actually want to feel more? Did I want to feel something bigger? Did I shoot myself in the foot? We want to look at that. If I had pulled this straight away, I would have been like, Taurus, honey, that's not good. This is what preceded it. The inability to be confrontational with ourselves. The inability to look at ourselves. The time, energy spent about our life direction, where we have grown it. Why? What was the point of it? No growth, and I'm not trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. I want to learn about things that have not changed or have not improved. It's time to look at that, you're telling me. Further clarified about your emotional space, your emotional availability, where you have been, how long has that been? How long has it been since you really felt connected to you? Were you deceiving yourself? Did you shoot yourself in the foot? Did you lose an opportunity because you said this is just the way it is? Or I'm not emotionally involved. I see you heavily contemplating some very difficult concepts, and even though they aren't difficult, they are worthy. They're worthy, especially because I'm looking at a Taurus who's getting hit so hard with what it is they're not feeling. Yes. I need you to get in that moon and fuck it right up, honey. Because you deserve it, because you're worth it. And that means getting confrontational with some very uncomfortable thoughts and some very uncomfortable feelings. You have to be willing to do that. If you want to make space for you, if you really want to make space with you got to start asking yourself those questions that you have been trying to avoid like the plague since we opened with it. Why do I still want this? Why do I want to mend it? Why do I find this so hard, but I continuously stick to it and say I'm going to choose it over and over again despite the fact that it fails me, and I sometimes feel like I fail it by proxy because I get so little back from it. I'm massively disappointed. Okay, square one. How the fuck did we get here? How the hell did we get here? Am I so uncomfortable with myself emotionally? What decisions have I made out of fear of emotions and strong feeling? What have I avoided because it felt too strong or too much, or there's too much responsibility tied towards it? So I'd rather choose something I can control even if it doesn't suit me, you understand? The Devil, Capricorn energy, the Magician, the Emperor. That's a lot of control energy, honey. That's a lot of control energy. You would love to manifest more openly. You would. You would love to manifest more openly, and I saw a little peep back here. Your heart space would like to open up and mend that which you deeply desire. Okay? But you have so much control energy, and it can run in the negative. Between what you say you've chosen and that you're going to stick on to it, even if it doesn't support you, even if it's not good for you. And it causes you a great deal of tension and exhaustion. I got to keep on, though. That's the decision I made. My heart doesn't come into play. Then how come your heart hurts so much? Don't tell me you don't have a heart. If you didn't have a heart, you couldn't be hurt. You couldn't be sad, and you couldn't be disappointed. Don't tell me your heart doesn't have a say in your major life decisions, because I'm just not going to believe you. And you don't believe you either. The only thing that keeps you from manifesting and standing into your power as the Emperor is fear. Fear of what? What you feel. For seeing your situation for what it is and not what it isn't. Fear of what? That's the only thing that really keeps you from manifesting full blast. That which you desire the most is the devil. Otherwise, you would stand in your power as the Emperor. Very claiming energy. What do you fear, honey? So far, I have seen the thing that comes up under question for you the most are your emotions. It's like you're almost afraid to love that big or to attract that big. It's easier to put up with something that's mediocre and frustrating and exhaust you, but hey, at least you can say you chose it and that you have some say in it and that you can control it to some extent. What you can't control is how little you get in return. But you've come to expect that. It's like, I'll take what I can get. But you could have so much more. No more slim pickings. King of Pentacles, Death. King of Cups, heavy Scorpio energy, as well as Capricorn, Aries, a little bit of Aquarius. I saw Sag earlier, I believe. We got some Gemini in here. It's kind of like, here's a very rough translation. You have such powerful manifestation energy. I don't think you know how much. When the universe tries to hand you something that you deeply desire, you turn around and say, no, I don't want it. It's an unconscious thing. And it's a confrontation of your fears, specifically feeling too much and too big because it can hurt you or disappoint you or you could lose it. So it's much easier to stay engaged in something that frustrates the hell out of you, is grossly emotionally dissatisfying, but it's not so neglectful that you can't remember why you bust your ass for it. But you can choose it because you know what to expect from it, because you can control it, even if it hurts you. I'm looking at a Taurus who I feel ultimately has a disposition of, if I go big, I could get hurt big. To choose my heart, to choose my feelings, Christina, would be something equivalent to a disaster, and I can't have that. To speak through emotions and to choose through emotions would be to be destabilizing. I will point out to you the fallacy in that thinking, honey, Taurus. Is your situation, is it stable? I see you put a lot of energy into it and you're grossly dissatisfied by it. Does that mean it's stable? No, it doesn't. It just means you're used to it. You have chosen things, I'm guessing, not just relationships, but pathways, careers, etc., or if it called to you too strongly, you wouldn't take it. Not because you're a coward, but because you're afraid to lose. You're afraid to lose it, especially if it means that much to you. Which means you're always in want and desiring of something else. So the universe is always trying to hand you that something else. And then you say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I never asked for that. I never wanted that. Yes, you did. And it's like, dear universe, stop trying to inconvenience me with these things. So it's kind of like, rough translation here. That's you, King of Pentacles, Death, King of Cups. Largest, most mature heart space. Openly loving and wants to be loved. King of Pentacles, resources, stability. Okay, sense of self. This is my material world. You're telling me this will always be your default in all your decisions, not your heart. You can't trust that. And that comes from a place of fear, not truth. That is literally what stands between you and manifesting the best version of you. To make decisions from the heart. I see a little bit of your heart right here. Now, it is their desire to mend, so just be careful with that, because there's a good chance the universe is going to try to send that situation back around for you to heal and give you the opportunity to heal it, and then you might be like, again, no, I don't want that. It's not a challenge. It's not another opportunity for Taurus to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and to keep doing what they're doing, because you see where that's gotten you. It leaves you thinking what it is you should be feeling. I'm happy to see that you're taking the blindfold off in the future and you're looking at the stagnation, your lack of growth. Your material world might be stable, your emotional world isn't. And your mind is along for that particular ride. Your mind is feeding your fears by dictating your actions. It doesn't want to. Two of Swords, confusion, Hanged Man, strength. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of aptitude to be, I don't know what to do, and in the absence of not knowing what to do, I will do nothing at all, and you stand by that. The thing is, it's like that's not helping you. So we need to go into there and look at those uncomfortable feelings. Particularly that concept, if I feel too big, I could be really, really hurt by it. True. But then your life is in that same equivalency. Your life is one big thing. Then, Taurus, I'm looking at you're continuously hurt by it anyway. So would you rather live large portions of your life dissatisfied, frustrated, but hey, I at least can control this, and I know it and I'm familiar with it? And would you rather have that span out for years and not seeing it for what it is, and lack of growth and lack of challenge to you? Or would you rather have something magnificent that, yes, because it's that magnificent, the stakes are that much higher, which means you can be that much more hurt. Did it ever occur to you it may not hurt you? To be led by your heart, not your mind. Because I'm telling you, those two speak very different languages, and they're rarely on the same page. I looked at the clock because I promised myself we're going to start keeping them under an hour. I made the promise once again. Let's see if I can stick to it. I'm like you, but I've always done it this way. I've always done it this way. I know what's up. I know the frustration to expect. It can't hurt me because I'm used to it. Oh, it hurts you every day, honey. It hurts you every day. You just got used to it. You don't want to. I see the desire in you for big love and big feelings, honey. I do. But it always comes down to you. I just know that the energy here is available to you, or at least it was. And you seem to think that there's hope and desire attached to it still. What you do with that, I don't know. But I'm glad to see you're starting to question yourself and the nature of the things you contract yourself to and why. That you always keep yourself busy. That's not an issue. Not for this Taurus. No, no, no. You always keep yourself busy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy. You choose the most unhappy things. People, places, situations, circumstances. And it comes from that place of I can't be led by my heart. Where has being led by your mind helped you so far? It puts you into a place of fear. It's like, God forbid I feel anything too big. That scares the shit out of me. Where do I get off having big feelings? I don't know. Maybe because you're a human being that's worthy of love. Maybe that's why. Okay. Heavy Capricorn energy here too. I don't know why I'm calling out the signs at this point. I do believe pretty much everyone's here or has shown up. So have fun with that. It's not about the sign, guys. It's about the energy. Time is a thief. 24 was in the reverse. It feels like we're running out of time. It feels like for some of you we're running out of time. Toil and labor. It's like nothing ever just comes to you, right? It's like here's sudden wealth and toil and labor. Those two contradict each other. It's like those two contradict each other, sudden wealth and toil and labor. It's like nothing's ever easy. That's literally the translation. And it's like I'm running out of time. Nothing's ever easy. Yes, again, you can either have big love and the connection you want, roll that dice, and you have it with that person and take the chance that things could change. Or you can roll the dice with your life and perpetually choose that which doesn't necessarily fulfill you, but you know it's there. What are you willing to gamble the most? Your best heart, your best love, or your life? In total, in summary, time is a thief in reverse. The official person, that's you. The family room. The official person in the family room, you feel like you're head of household? Are you head of household? And then it's the main male, you're the main guy. Heavy masculine energy right here. You feel that it is your job to maintain hearth and home? I know. I bet you do. I'm sure you're the guy. You don't have to be. It could be that feminine energy, and you feel like you're the one who's responsible for maintaining the home, that you are the official person. You are someone of importance. Wealthy man. That's a lot of masculine energy here. Community. Wealthy man. Community. How interesting. By the way, the 13th, 22nd, 21st, or 1st might be important. I could not say why. 39 is reflecting into that in the community. Some of you, literally, one of your goals is to ascend higher into your community. I would also challenge you to ascend higher in yourself, in your personal self, your personal relationships, not just within your community. Your community cannot supplant you as an individual. Everything starts with you. So if you want to ascend more and do more work within your community, I want you to take that same challenge and incorporate it into you. Otherwise, you're never going to quite get there. Okay, it's one of those things where I have to tell people all the time, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. And so they push themselves and they push themselves, and it's like, honey, if you want to ascend higher within your community, because you've got matching energies here, you need to take care of you too. Put that same focus of care and attention and that sense of officiousness and turn it around on you and say, okay, Taurus, how do we clean ourselves up first? How do we rise in our life? So no matter how far you go externally outside, what is going on what is going on within yourself and your interpersonal relationships, it's not going to mean much if you don't feel it within you first, I guess is my point. By the way, we got some interesting energy here. Yeah. No shit, there's a marriage. That's what I say. For some of you, of course, wealth might be tied into this strong sense of community and or roots, marriage, some sort of relationship here. It does not have to be marriage. But the idea is I have a very strong community with this person. I have a very strong life with this person. It's very heavily interwoven. Wealth might be coming into play with this. For some of you, heads up, there might be a message. I do not know. Either going in or coming out, I could not say. And for some of you, the 7th might be important. For some of you, 37 is a confirmation number, as well as 39 here twice. I've already given you the other possible dates. But for some of you, yes, there is a message of concern, or this is just you communicating with your person. Okay? I am seeing there's a very strong sense of responsibility, masculine, all upper division energies. So you're telling me you're highly responsible and wealth is tied into this, community standing is tied into this. I understand. All the more reason that if it's that important, Taurus, you should probably be feeling more for it, not less. You know, you can go ahead and say this is involved and that's involved and this is involved, and yet everything that you are involved in, it's looking like makes you fucking miserable and kind of has you tearing your hair out and puts you at your wit's end. So you can go ahead and give me the excuse, well, this is what's tied into this, Christina, this is what's tied into this. Yeah, so are you. And you are a huge generator of a large portion of that activity. Okay. Again, okay, starts with thyself. Well, hopefully we'll check up on you in a couple of weeks. The next round will be Celtic Cross. I'd like to see some improvement for you, obviously. Self-worth, chaser, generous offer. Okay. Know your self-worth. Absolutely. When you understand what it is that you deserve, that's when you'll start accepting and, well, just taking what it is that you deserve. Once you understand that, you won't have a problem taking the stuff that's for you. Once you understand your self-worth and what it is that you're not getting and you're frustrated and tapped out by, disappointed by, hurt by, but I give so much to it, but I give so much to it, I put so much of myself into this, I'm afraid of financial loss, also lack of stability. I already got, again, just because you're in it and you constantly contribute to it, does that make it stable? No. There's no guarantee of that, but you're just telling me you're used to it. Sorry, I know I repeat myself. Self-worth, chaser, generous offer. It's like you're always chasing bigger things, but you don't actually accept the bigger things. When you know how much you're worth, you will start accepting that which is right for you. It's like sometimes you've had various generous offers, not just in love, but in life and in work, and you've turned them down. You've chased them, and then you chase them, and when they're presented to you, you don't take them very often. It's like, it means too much to me, I might lose it. No, it's not all that. Again, this is happening at the unconscious level. Anything else, please? Anything else, please? Secret admirer, slow and steady, autumn. For some of you, I'm getting this secret admirer energy. It could be in connection to this person, someone who we've known a long time. I'm seeing heavy soul bond energy, which I will point out to you is not apparent here. And whatever this is, I do have to say that because there's a big difference here between karmic lessons and karmic connections and karmic contracts, and someone who is very much steadily and has been in your energy since the very opening. It's the one that seems to be the most difficult and very confrontational of the heart. I am going to think it's them. It could be that you secretly admire them. It could be that they secretly admire you. I don't care. The exchange is probably mutual, even if it is small and disconnected. It's a slow and steady thing, and there might be some energy surrounding this person come autumn time for some of you, the fall. Let's just call it fall. Isolation. You feel isolated. And it's like, for some of you, you feel isolated, that you're destined to constantly have regrets. Again, it comes from that space of knowing self-worth. If you get to that point where you just feel like you are destined for regrets over and over again, for constant losses, it's because your mind was already set that way, honey. Something handed to you. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And it's like, well, shit, this is one more thing I have to turn down. It's a shame I can't accept it. That's enough. I will take this. I was meant to turn that upside down. I'll take that. I'll take that. Anything to start the process to get you looking at this. Do I deceive myself out of things that I truly want, feel, desire? Put it away into the moon like it doesn't count, like I don't count. When you tell me what you desire the most doesn't count, what you're telling me, Taurus, is that you don't count. Do you see how it contradicts your choices? And do you see where it plays in to your choices? It's both. Honey, I'd rather you go big and go home, you know? Go big or go home. And many of you have chosen to go home over and over again. But you had the opportunity to go big many times. Right? And then we say, I'm just I'm destined to be like this, Christina. I always have this, that, and the other, and I can't ever do it, or I don't really want it, or I tell myself that, or it's not going to work out. That's why I'm rejecting it. Done. Right? How does that benefit you? How has it benefited you? Look at that. Challenge yourself, honey. Challenge yourself. Are you afraid to put so much of yourself into it for fear of loss or fear of abandonment, or because it's just too hard to change? That's enough. That's more than enough for you to be thinking about. Like I said, the next round of reading will be Celtic Cross. That will be 2 weeks from now. Hopefully I can see some improvement for you, although I may not necessarily see this. Of course, I might see a Taurus who's just loud, proud, and living life somewhere on a beach. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? I would love to see that for you. I would. Taurus, honey, put in the comments as you see fit. I want you to get into that space of ascension, not just within your career goals or your community goals, or doing that thing where I can get through this. I know you can get through this. Taurus, you can get through anything. Ascension doesn't mean just chin down and bear it. Ascension means, how do I rise? You can only rise if you know yourself. I need you to know yourself. I know you can put up with anything, indefinitely. And that's why I hate seeing you do it, is because I know you can. It doesn't mean it's right for you. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's because you can put up with unhappiness and frustration and the endless activity to try to secure something that you say, I have to have this, when I could see you, and you could see you, more to the point, put that same level of energy and effort into something that you actually fucking want. Man. What will happen with this, I do not know. I see the desire to possibly bounce with it. I see the desire to possibly connect and heal with it. That seems to be back burner energy for right now. Okay? There's things within you still need to work out. And this also, I'm not going to lie, has you grossly occupied. Alright? Okay. You put in the comments any as you see fit. I do hope this helped you. Oh, almost. Take care. Be well.